to be different, right? Also, there is one thing also, it's called stretch, time stretch. It can be longer or shorter. If I turn this on the right side, it's kind of long, right? Or you can do it like this is called time stretching. You probably know it in your DAWs. So you can hear when I let it make it shorter. See how my now clap is very, very different. So that's also the another thing that you can do. The first thing is to pitch it up, pitch it down. Of course, you don't have to do it, but this is like the main thing, one of the things that you can do while you are creating the new sounds. Also, time stretching, whatever you want to use it. Like just like I do it, pitch it down, stretch it more, stretch it a little bit less. Just like I do practice, see what's good. Maybe if you like something, maybe you want, but just like I try more variations. Also, so now here are the things that are in FL Studio, right? I usually use some of these filters here, so you can, now it's like a kind of deep. You can use it. You can maybe make this, by using EQ, right? And you have this one, but I usually don't use them that much. I usually use them maybe for lower frequencies like kick or 8/8. Also, the things effects target, it's again in FL Studio. In FL Studio, we got these like a boost, EQ, ring modulation mix, again frequency, cut, resonance, reverb, stereo, logo effect, whatever you want to call it. But here are also the effects that I usually use before I add like maybe any of the VSTs or something like that. For example, so this is what I do. You can just, so let's say you are making a new sound, use EQ. I don't like it. I like it. Keep it this way. You don't have to overthink, because you won't you cannot you cannot predict how this will sound. Maybe you can a little bit, but what I suggest, just try add new sounds. Maybe you'll make some fire sounds, drum kits, whatever you want to call it. Also, this is kind of like more separated. I didn't like this to use for the claps. Also this. So I'm just going to show you what these effects are doing here. This is something like time stretching, stereo, a little bit more reverb, but we have a reverb, right, as a VST, so we don't have to use it. Also boost, I can clip it if I want to, but if I normalize it, damn, it's too much. Also, so these are the main things. I usually don't go here. All these effects, so you hear these effects, you can see these effects, right? These effects are probably made from the VSTs, right? So like maybe FL Studio made it like an easier way, simple way. For example, you don't have to add. You have like you have delay here, right? But you can just add delay VST, right? Levels adjustments. I think this you have basically this in the mixer. So all these don't like make this like confuse you, because all these things here, buttons, are made from the VSTs, right? So you can just manually add the VST. And then let's say we have a little bit different clap, right? So let's say you want to save. How are you gonna save this? What I usually do, I open Edison, or you can open any other recording software in your DAW, or maybe whatever you want, whatever your mic is gonna gather. But I usually use this in the program that I'm making the sounds, right? So I'm going to use this, and I'll just turn on recording and hit that clap, make the clap, and then, so this is my clap. But as you can see, we have delay. So now I just want to make a little adjustment just to cut it, make it very simple. So I'll just do this. So this is the red line that I'm about to crop, copy and paste. I'll just make the new one, a new file here. Just, be empty, be very organized, very simple, and that's it. I created fresh made new clap, the clap you heard tons of times, right? but maybe you can always try new things, maybe adding halftime. I'm not sure how that will sound, but we can add that. And then for FL users, I like to add normalize, and I just want to trim automatically. Or maybe if you trim it too much, you're gonna see this outcome here. See, there's like a more weight, but when I trim it, it's a little bit shorter. So now you depends how you're gonna do it, you know. And then I can undo it. Never mind. So let's just keep this way. So we made the clap. Then what I usually do, I can sometimes I fade in, fade out. Do this. I don't use this for the claps. Also, again, there's also more things here, especially again in FL Studio, but again, I want to call it time stretch. Just make sure, like you probably know, I bet you know, like a time stretch, where is time stretch in your DAW, right? But I usually use this here, and then I can just preview. Then here again, I can change the pitches, right? Now you can just play time. This sounds super fire. Again, this is the same thing that I showed you at the first one. It's time out. You can just, like, I know, make it shorter or make it longer as you like it. But I really like it, to be honest. This sounds super crazy. Also, again, pitched up, pitched down. So everything is pitching up or pitching down, you know. This you can also make it shorter, longer, whatever you want to use it. Again, pitch up, pitch down. So that's basically everything there. And then I click accept. Then I have fresh made clap made from this sound here. Okay, let's just have this. Super fire. And then what I usually do now, I hit export as a WAV file. You can type, you know, certified producer clap 1. Export, and we made the fresh made. You got fresh made clap. I'll just maybe use it here, just an example. Let's just drag some loop here. These are all the loops. Let's just say take something fresh. Let's just take this one, for example. Okay, we have this loop here. It's 82, and then I can just, you know, make the beat from this clap, or if you want to use any other clap, depends on you. But these are the main things. Also, of course, I'm going to walk you through all the sounds here that you can make. Not this. What is playing here? Okay, I see. Usually, I forgot to turn this, but you have this use loop points. You can just turn it off, so it doesn't loop like this. Okay, so now let's go with the hi-hats. Again, the process is the same. So I don't usually, you know, work that much. Process is the same. So let's say we want to make some hats now. Simply drag one hat. So here we have the hat. Now what you can do, pitch it up or pitch it down, stretch it up or stretch it down as you like it. So okay, sounds cool. Let's try maybe to make it shorter a little bit. Sounds cool. So from this, we got the new fresh hi-hat with only 2 moves here, right? Sounds very simple, looks very easy. It's not that a big deal, but there's like just tons of settings, the things that you can try, right? Sounds cool, right? As well here, where I'm, okay, effects target, you can use any effect that you want to use, right? But this was enough, right? This is pretty enough. Again, you can use reverb, you can use delays, you can use EQs, you can use anything you want. So let's say maybe I can use EQ here, just like a, for fun, because I want it. Now you can just like do some random things here, just like let's say you want to do this, sounds super dope. And let's say you are satisfied with this sound, and then you are just going to your recording software, hit the record button, record, we got a head. Then the process is the same. Trim this, just have like this, keep more organized, create a new file. You get a new head from scratch. I mean, of course, not from scratch, but you got something fresh here. Then what you can do again, open the time stretch and do it all over again till you are not satisfied. I'm satisfied with this sound. I'm just going to, I have this. I'm just going to drag it here. And yeah, I got the new clap. Oh, head, sorry. And then just export this. Certified producer, let's call it head. If you want to create a drum kit, maybe this can be like a boring process because everything is too repetitive, right? But you can make some fire drum kits. Then we got the head. I just turn off these here. Okay, why cannot I hear this? Okay, because I didn't put anything here. Let's fix this problem. Okay. Are we working now? Okay, let's drag it here. Okay, so now we got the heads that we created now. Add the class right now. I'm just going to do this. So these are the first sounds that we created. So let's go with the kick. Again, as I said, the process is the same. Choose the kick. Let's choose this one, for example. Now, here comes with different things, what I usually like to do when it comes with the kicks. You can also, again, pitch up, pitch down, make it shorter, make it longer as you wish. But just want to, so it's a little bit weird thing. Like it's not the same thing with the heads and claps because they are higher frequencies. These are the lower frequencies. And what I like to do, I like to boost this. You can also clip it if you want to. If you want to make this really kick, But you can clip it if you want to. EQ. So now these are the effects for FL users that you can use, that you can practice with. And then these are these filters here that you can work with. So these are the filters that I usually use for lower frequencies. So this is like a deeper one. And then use again EQ for this kick. But what I usually do, if you want to make it like for example, let's say you want to make a deep one, you're just gonna cut the high frequencies. But this one is not that good, but I just want to show you an example that you can. I always told you guys that the EQ is so much powerful even for creating the sounds, right? Then you can boost these lower frequencies on EQ and you got superpower EQ. Also, one of the things before EQ, you can just maybe compress it. You can do everything you want, but also don't forget distortion. If you want to make it a little bit, again, stronger, you can distort your kick. So from this, we got this super crazy. And then you can just keep adding more sounds. Let's say you want to add EQ, do this. Let's say you want to add one more EQ, do this. Just like keep adding more and more sounds, but these are the usual sounds for lower frequencies. Distortion, you don't have to distort if you don't want to, but to give more power, why not? Compression, EQs, reverb not needed here. Delay, we don't need that as well here. I cannot even remember the effects. I'm just looking through effects here, but most of these effects are usually made